Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Welcome back, everyone, and I hope all of you are doing well. So I was intending on making this video since a long time, especially after I had made the first video of the process of learning Arabic, and I thought it would be best that I continue that and gradually make the other videos that I wanted to make to show the process through which I learned vocabulary, learned morphology, Sarf, learned grammar, and then where I stored my vocabulary and how I used Anki. So this is going to be the second part of of that series, and the first one was actually recorded and I uploaded it on my YouTube channel, which is this Lisanuddin, and this is a video right here, my Anki setup for memorizing Arabic vocabulary. And in this 1 hour video, more than 1 hour, I recorded my setup for Anki and how I showed how to set up Anki and how to set the algorithm to the best of ways, because Anki's algorithm is very complex, and I showed how I did that and what settings I had kept, and then I showed how to design cards, how to then make cards, and how to enter those fields so that you have a flashcard in front of you. So I explained all of that in this video, and that was part of the process of the way that I learned vocabulary. So this video is going to be about from where to extract vocabulary and from where to store it, so that eventually it can be put into Anki. So before I begin with that, I just wanted to share a personal anecdote and why I had to do this through the Anki way, and then I had to make a digital storage of vocabulary and not a physical notepad or book or notebook where I stored my vocabulary. So early on in my journey of Arabic, I realized within 6 months that memorizing vocabulary is crucial. Without it, you cannot learn anything. As the saying goes, that without grammar, you can speak broken language, but without words or vocabulary, you cannot speak anything. So I realized that is very important. Then I came across this channel. I think it was called Learn Arabic with Noor or something like that, and this guy was showing his Anki setup. So I just copied his settings and then changed them later on to the best that I found, which all of I show in my tutorial that I uploaded on my YouTube channel. And then I realized that if I have set up Anki, I need to store my vocabulary digitally so that I can put those words in an efficient and quick manner, in a quick way to my Anki. This is because I had less time in my day, and I had a full day work, and then I had to I couldn't have possibly kept a notebook with me and a book with me all the time to extract words and then write them, and then write their masdar and their file and their maf'ul and their amr and their just example sentences and all of that. I could not do that on a physical notebook, and that was very cumbersome because I would have to write them on a notebook, and then I have to separately type them onto Anki, and then make a card and then study in somewhere. So what I used to do was that I created a digital spreadsheet of Arabic words and vocabulary from where I used to copy them. Throughout the week I used to write words in that, whatever I was reading, different books, PDFs, all of them, from wherever I was getting new words. I used to store them in the Excel sheets, which I will just show you in a moment, and then I used to copy them and just add them onto Anki on my weekends when I had the time. So that is how I used to that is the ecosystem that I created. That is the system that I created to efficiently and quickly learn Arabic. And I would not have to type them again and all of that. I just had to copy the data from the Excel, the data from the Excel sheets, and then just copy them, put them in Anki, and that my cards would be made within 4 or 5 seconds, and I would then learn them throughout the day. So that is why I had to make digitalized Arabic vocabulary sheets and not physical notebooks. Some people do that, many people do that. A lot of the people have been doing that throughout history, but I just found this to be a very efficient and very fast way to actually learn Arabic. And this is especially true for someone who is learning Arabic in their in their adult life, when they have a lot of indulgences and they cannot possibly give a lot of time throughout their week to the language. But that is just a short introduction of how and why I stored vocabulary on Excel sheets, on digitalized Excel sheets, and then I put them into Anki. So this is actually going to be this was supposed to be the first video to that series, and Anki was the video that I uploaded was supposed to be the second one, but I uploaded the Anki one first because it was a little bit tough. You have to set up Anki and change settings and all of that, and then you could have because it was tough. So I decided that if I upload that and people watch that, then it'd be easier for them to just watch this video and just copy those Excel sheets, their Excel sheets and their words to Anki, and just study the cards, make them and just study them. So that is why I uploaded that video first. So this is actually supposed to be the first video, but this is going to be second video. But it's fine. You can whatever order that you watch it in. So this is my YouTube channel. This is where this video would be uploaded to. This was the first video. So here are my Excel sheets. So these are all of my Excel sheets. I've made a lot of different ones. I deleted many, but you can make one. You can make just one. I will just show you the format in a moment. But you can just make one. I used to divide them on certain books. For example, I had this book on Adab, which is Nafhatul Arab, and then I had a separate Excel sheet for fiqh, and then Ghazali, all of the books that I had for Imam Ghazali, I used to write its vocabulary here, and then Abu Hassan Ali Nadwi's, books. I was reading Qasas Nabiyyin, which I will, show shortly when I would mention you how to efficiently, extract vocabulary, because this video is also going to be about how to efficiently extract vocabulary and mine words, to put them into sheets and then to put them into Anki. So the last step to put them into Anki has been done, and I've shown it in the video. I'm going to be showing you the first two steps, which is mining words and then storing them in these vocabulary sheets. So these are the two these are going to be the two objectives of this video. So anyways, this Sayyid al-Khatir, this is a book by Ibn al-Jawzi, and then Rawat al-Uqala, I forgot the name of the author of this book. Something Busti, I forgot. Anyways, then I have a sheet for huruf, then tafsir, all of the tafsir that I had, and Tazkirat Sami was Mutakallim, and all of these different sheets. And then I used to, whatever lectures that I used to watch, I used to store their vocabulary here, lecture plus series, any cartoon series that I watched, and random Arabic words that I used to come across, not specifically from a book, so to say. And these are just different words, okay? So what are the format of these Excel sheets? So this is something that I got from the guy that is very popular on YouTube who teaches Arabic. His name is Abdullah Al-Andalusi, who has the Andalus Institute of Learning Arabic. So he actually showed this format of storing storing vocabulary. So he used to have his students print these out and write these vocabulary sheets. So I'm just going to open two of them, and so you can see here, this is the format that he was showing, Abdullah Andalusi. So I just copied it, and he told everyone to they can copy it if they wanted to. So this is the cream of storing vocabulary. So we will first look at the I guess we should look at the sheet first. So this is basically the format. And for example, I used to read the Qasas Nabiyyin. So this is Abu Hassan Ali Nadwi's Excel sheet, and I used to read the Qasas Nabiyyin. So these are words from Qasas Nabiyyin, and I think I should open it. Qasas Nabiyyin, PDF part 1. So I'll just open it, so that we have a cross reference. No, it was Qasas Nabiyyin, it was Qira'atul Rashida. Yeah, Qira'atul Rashida. Yeah, so this was the book that I used to read. I have it in my back. So this was the book that I read, and this is what my teacher gave me. And it's actually a book advanced than Qasas Nabiyyin, which is for the beginners, and which is the first level that you study when you're learning Arabic. and this is actually a step further from that. These set of books. So Qasr Naybeen are set of books, and then Qira'atul Rasha are 3 set of books. There are 3 volumes. So my teacher gave me this book. So you see here, this is the word that I was learning, bakkara. So this word came here, anamu mubakkiran. So when I was reading, I did not know what this word meant, and my teacher actually gave me these books well within 6 months of learning Arabic. I had not even completed my first grammar book, the basic grammar book, or my Sarf morphology book, and he gave me these books to try to translate them and spend my time on them. I used to spend a lot of time translating even one page. It used to take a lot of time. So for example, this is what this is the first step of this video, the first objective, which is that how to efficiently extract vocabulary. And this is very important because many people end up wasting time, and I had to learn how to efficiently do that. So you see here that the word comes up, anamu mubakkiran fil layli wa akumu mubakkiran fis sabah. So I read the word anamu and then mubakkiran fil layl wa akumu mubakkiran fis sabah. Some of them I understood, some of them I did not understand, but I did not understand in particular this word mubakkiran. So I took this word out, and by this time I had some grip of Sarf, which is very important, and which I will tell in the following videos how to efficiently learn Sarf. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume that you know enough Sarf that you can recognize that mubakkiran is from the verb bakkara yubakkiru, tabkiran for mubakkirun. So this is the word from that. So I see this word, and then I do not stop at it, that I go to the dictionary suddenly, and this is a dictionary that you can consult, which is Al-Ma'ani. So this also has English and Urdu. This is Urdu, and you have English, where you can put in Arabic words and it will translate them to English. But you can also use this Arabic to Arabic dictionary, which you would when you would advance. So bakkara, you put in bakkara, and here it comes. So here it comes, bakkara yubakkir. It gives you the conjugations, bakkara yubakkiru tabkiran fa mubakkirun. So this word comes up, and under it would give the meanings. Bakkara fi salati abda salat qabla waqti bi qalil. To hasten to do something before its time. To do it quickly. To do it before it is supposed to be done, so that you can get it done with quicker. So this is the word that I come across. So I came across this word. I I did not go to the Al-Ma'ani's right then. I just underlined it, that I do not understand this word, and then I used to read the whole page, and whatever words I could not understand, I used to just underline them or encircle them, and then complete the whole page before going back, and then using the dictionary Al-Ma'ani or any dictionary that you have. So that is very important, because if you're looking up words every line and after every certain words, you're going to be tired and you're not going to be able to do even one page. So what you have to do is try to understand as much as you can. For the first time, just go through the whole page, and without stopping and without thinking too much about it. If you cannot understand something, just go over it. What you can understand, just accept that and consider that as an achievement. And then when you have read the whole page, you go back for what you could not, from where you could not understand, and then you note down the meaning of those words on that page. So I could not understand mubakkiran, so I go to Al-Ma'ani right there, and then look up this word, and then bakkara yubakkiru tabkiran. I found it. What I used to do is then just copy it, just highlight it and just copy it, and then go back to. So before this, you have to identify a certain amount of page that you want to read each day. It could be a story, complete story. So this is a 2-page story. So I used to do 1 or 2 stories every single day. So this is just 2-page or 1.5 page story. So I used to do it, and then I used to do what I'm about to tell you next. So that is how you do it. And then all the words that I could not understand, I put them one by one in Anki. So here it is. I copy it, and then go back to my Excel sheet, and then I put it bakkara, and then I put the past tense, the mazi, the muzare, which is the present tense, and then the masdar, tabkirun, and then ism fa'il, the doer, mubakkir, and then the ism maf'ul, the one on whom the act is done, mubakkar, and then the amr, which is to command someone, which is bakkir, that you do it. Ujrat karna is I've written here. Just hasten to do something, just quicken up. So that is the the command. And then I used to write an example sentence. So example sentence can be written in certain ways. One of them is through al-ma'ani. So what you see here, these are example sentences. All of bakkaru fi salah. So before the double colon, you can see that there is an example sentence which is then explained. So it is recommended to learn vocabulary through example sentences. That is what the ulama would tell you, and every person that has learned Arabic would tell you that it is very important to learn vocabulary through example sentences. So bakkaru fi salah, you can just copy this sentence if you understand it, and then you can just put it on your Excel sheet, which is here. So just paste it here, and then you write the meaning of that word. It can be in Urdu, it can be English, or any language that you're proficient in. So that is how you do it. So this is the format, this is the meaning, this is the past, this is the present, this is the masdar, this is the fa'il, this is the maf'ul, this is the command, and this is the jumla. So you will notice that I have not written the the nahi, which is to tell someone to not do something. Amr is the command, and the nahi is to tell someone to not do something. So bakkara yubakkiru tabkir mubakkir, bakkir is the command, and la tubakkir is the nahi. But I have not written it because I had gotten proficient in my sarf. So if you are still not proficient, you can create another you can insert another row and column, whatever you're going to call it, and then you can add that. But I have not. So I used to write all of this, just copy it from al-ma'ani, and then I used to write its meaning. And for the meaning, you can if you have a Mac, you can just look up by downloading Arabic dictionary. You can from its settings, the settings of Mac, you can just download it, and then it would give you an example sentence here, and then it also gives you the meaning. So it's Arabic to dictionary, English dictionary, Oxford dictionary, which is available if you go to the settings of Mac and download in the languages tab options. You download the Arabic dictionary, or I guess it's in the dictionary option somewhere in the settings of Mac. So you can do that, or you can just use al-ma'ani's English section and just put the word bakkara, and it would give you the meaning. So that is how it is. So that is what I used to do in all of the books that I was reading. I used to highlight them, and then I used to read the whole page, complete the story, and after that I used to write all of the words that I did not know in these sheets, and then I used to stop them. I used to stop there. So I used to complete all of these, but I only used to complete all of these boxes once I was done reading that story, not before that. So these are all of the words that I wrote, and this is actually a green marker to show which words I had put into Anki. So after writing all this, for example, I had written a certain amount of, for example, 10 words one day. I would not put those words into Anki unless I am free in the weekday or I am free on the weekend. So I usually used to do on the weekend. So I used to just copy all of these words and then put them into Anki, which I can just show you. For example, I copied this word bakkara, and this is assuming that you have watched my previous video and you have set up your Anki. So this is I have put this word. I have chosen the option of adding. I hover over any of the decks, and then I click add, and this is the word that comes singular word. So this is the nouns tab, this is the verb tab, and I've put the word bakkara, and then I write its conjugations. And for the conjugations I used to copy these two, so only the masdar and the muzari, the mazi and the muzari and the masdar, only these two I used to write in the conjugations. That there are also many others, but if you get proficient in Sarf, which I recommend that you do, obviously, you do not need to write all of the conjugations. You need to memorize those. So they're on a set pattern. You can do that. I would make a video how to do that after this video, in the next video. So you write the conjugations here, and then and then the meaning, and the Arabic sentence, and the audio engine. Just click add here. So I explained all of this, how to add words, vocabulary, and I gave an example of how to do that in the previous video. So you can just watch that. That is not the purpose of this video. So that is how I did it. So this is how I learned there's some problem with my sheet. My internet is gone. Anyways, this would fix in some time. So this is how I stored my vocabulary. Why is my password not right? That has never happened. But it's fine now. Okay. So these are basically all of my, this is what I did. So this is for the verbs. You can see here it's written verbs here. So this is the tab for verbs, and this is the example sentences. You can use the Max software for that, or you can just use Al-Ma'ani's option, Al-Ma'ani's example sentences. When after you put in a word here, you can just copy it. If you cannot find a example sentence here, you can just go to Al-Ghani, which is a dictionary here. So the Al-Jamia is a collection of dictionaries just gather one place, and then there are these individual dictionaries. So Al-Ghani is the good one, which gives you a lot of example sentences. For example, Bakkar Rajulu istayqaza mubakkiran, he woke up early. So that is how it is. This is where you can extract words. So this is my sheet for the verbs. Now we're going to go to the sheet for the nouns. So nouns are a little bit trickier in that some of the noun Arabic. So the problem with Arabic nouns is that the nouns have singular noun, and then we have a dual noun, which is unique to Arabic. It is not the case in English or Urdu. So we have a dual noun, and then we have multiplicity of nouns when it goes to the plural. So the dual does not change. It's the same for Arabic in for any words. For example, hizaun is what are shoes called in Arabic. So hizaani is two shoes. For example, kitabani is two books. Or what word? Sajjadani is two sajjadatani is two mats. For example, that is the case. So that is the dual, and it does not change. It remains on this pattern where alif and noon is added in its end. But the plural is such that Arabic has a lot of different plurals for one word. With many words, that is the case. For example, you see the word here maslahatun, okay, which is to have some sort of maslaha. What would you call maslaha in English? Let me just check. So this is interest, advantage, benefit, maslaha. So it has so I have not written the dual here. You would notice that I have not written the dual, but I've only written the mufrad, which is the singular, and then the jama awwal, and the jama sani, and then the mani, and then the jumla, the example sentence. So the mufrad is a singular noun, and then I've skipped over the dual because that is easier to make, and you do not have to write it. It's just on the same pattern. You can just add ani, alif, noon at the end. But then there is jamal awwal, which is the one way of writing the jama, and then the jama sani, the another way of writing the jama, and there are third of 3 and 4 jama for many words. So I've just written 2 because that is extensive for me, I guess, and you could write 3 or more for the words that are available, but that is extra work and extra memorizing that you would have to do. So for example, this word is maslaha, which is interest, advantage, benefit. And then this is the singular version, and then the maslahatun is one of the ways the plural is written by the Arabs, which is maslahatun. But then there is another way, which is masalihun. This is also plural. So you have to just put this. For example, you come across this noun when you're reading it, so you put it in your dictionary and then search it, and so this is the word maslahatun, and then this is the first plural, and this is the second plural. So when you would search other nouns, it would have 1 or 2 or 3 plurals, so you can just write that. So maslahatun, masalihun, you just copy it and then put it in the Anki sheets, and then you write the meaning. And so this is the al-ma'ani, this is the ma'na, this is the meaning, and then this is the the example sentence. So here I've written maslahatun ammatun, the general benefit of the people. Anyways, so this is briefly how I stored my nouns. So this is the case with all of the other Excel sheets except for the huruf, which is the Arabic letters. So when I started learning Arabic, I had a lot of trouble memorizing the meanings of the letters, so I just wrote all of the letters as much as I could come across. Fi, ala, summa, ma'a, min, ila, iza, li, fa, aw, lamma, in, an, kaifa, an, ba with the harf jar. So all of that, I wrote all of these and then wrote their meaning in the language that I was proficient in, and I wrote them in Urdu. You can write them in English, and then I wrote their example sentences, and then I copied them and then put them into Anki. And all of that I've shown in my video where I've showed how to make cards on Anki. So this is it. These are all of the sheets and how I stored vocabulary. But as I gradually progressed, and this is what I want to mention, that as I gradually progressed, and also I started my second objective of this video, and I did not even mention it, but the first one was how to extract vocabulary efficiently, and to go through it efficiently, not waste a lot of time, and then storing them. That was the second objective. So this is the part of storing them. I've been doing it for so long and I've not mentioned it. I started long ago. So this is what I used to do later on in my Excel sheet, which was that I stopped even writing the command, the ism maf'ul, the ism fa'il, and the masdar. That is because I got so proficient in Arabic that I did not, in my morphology, in my Sarf, that I did not even have to write it, and I end up saving more time in that way. But you do not need to do this unless you're very proficient in Sarf. So for example, I know what the masdar of this is going to be. Afaqa yufiqu ifaqan. So mufiqun is the ism fa'il, and mufaqun is the ism maf'ul, and the amr is afiq, I suppose, afiq. That is how it is. So I stopped writing that, and but rest of it is the same. So that is the rest of it is the same. This is how I actually stored. So this is how I stored my vocabulary, and I found this to be the most efficient way. I used to come across, for example, I used to read a word, and I just pick up a book, or I was reading it on the PDF, and I've come tashghulu, I've come across this word tashghulu. So I know I have proficiency in Sarf. I know shaghala means to be indulge in something. So I would write the shaghala in ma'ana, al-ma'ani. I can also write yashghulu here and it would come up, or tashghulu, it would come up. But I can write 3-letter root word, which is shaghala, and it would come up here. And I can just write the conjugations in my sheets, and then this example sentence, and then its meaning after the colon, and that is how I used to extract, store my vocabulary, and then put it into Anki to memorize it. So this was my basically set up my ecosystem where I tried to efficiently learn Arabic, and it has been successful, I would say, because I have been able to memorize more than 5,000 words within a year, within just over a year. So that is how it is. I think I've actually talked about what I wanted to talk about. But that is how it is. After making these Excel sheets, what you would have to do is you have to make a routine for yourself. Either it can be at the end of every 2 days or 3 days, or every day, or after on the weekend, that you open your Excel sheets. Okay, I've now made a lot of words that I need to put into Anki so that I can memorize them. So I would open my Excel sheets, and then I would just copy these words and then put them into the decks that I would have made, and then I would study them. So you have to make a routine for yourself. So briefly, I guess this was the video, and this was how I stored my vocabulary. I need to make this video because I wanted to follow it up with the Anki video. It was very important to show people how to efficiently store vocabulary. You could make a notebook, but I did not find it efficient for my ecosystem, my system, and I don't find it very time saving. So I hope this helps, and if you have any questions I can answer them in the comment section, but that's pretty much about it. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.